Okay, Amby Moose Lover here. Another video, Backyard Winter Birdfeeder Chronicles. This is part 6, Does, Grosbeaks, and Grouse. And this was filmed inside. All the videos I've done of this series have been filmed indoors because it's been too cold to get out and set up a tripod and where you can kind of set it up and just leave it. I can't really be outside filming, spook all of these animals, so I have to either do it out through an open window or just set the tripod up and point it at the bird feeders that I want to film, and then just let them film. And it's been too cold to do either. I can't leave a window open, so I've been filming through the windows, and it's not as good. You don't get the same clarity, but they've turned out pretty good. You do get some glare sometimes, the sun, depending on which way it's going. But anyway, this one here is just, a lot of these are, of course, same subject. We got birds and deer, and I didn't think I was going to have I didn't know I was going to have these grouse here, which is, kind of nice that it turned out that way, because, I have seen them around, in the backyard, but never have I seen them this many days in a row, and they're coming around to the seeds, which I didn't really think they'd do. They must be able to smell them, and they're picking around here. They do spend time in this little thicket here right off my lawn anyway, but kind of a little good place for them to get out of the cold. Fir trees and stuff they can hide in there, but anyway, a lot of the birches here there's little seeds falling off of them too, and that's what they're going around picking up, and they're blowing down through the woods here. And but anyway, all I did with this here is I took some audio off of another video, just a trail cam video I had of just in the fall, just when there wasn't any game there, just I had some that there was false trips that it just tripped from the wind blowing leaves, and so I've used the audio on quite a few things. Comes in handy, and if you just want something as a background sound, it's just a light little breeze, and because in they're indoors here, there's indoor sounds, a phone ringing, all kinds of different things interfere with your video, so it's nice to have something to put there. And I'm doing this voiceover too, just to make it less bland. But anyway, I've got a lot of these videos here of these grouse and deer and birds, and starting to get a few more birds here. And I know a lot of them are going to end up repetitious, but I'm just seeing what I can get, and I decided to do this with the feeders out and everything. I'm just going to play it day by day and see what I get. So this was, I put some feed out here, and of course, as soon as I had the grouse show up, so I put the feed out so that maybe the grouse would come closer, to film, and of course, the deer started hanging around here. Not much more now. I can't get them to leave, but I did get some. There's a pile of seed right there that I've got, and I put it out for the grouse. But then this deer showed up, and the grouse really couldn't get to it. This deer took it over, but the next day, grouse came back, and I've got the video coming up here of that the grouse actually does come up and eats right out the pile, which is pretty cool. I didn't think he'd do that, and then now my plan is after that I'm going to move my picnic table over there, and then bring up a platform a little higher up on it, so the deer can't reach, and then see if I can get the grouse to actually go up on top of this platform. Devise different ways to do it, little ladders and something to get them to, maybe if they smell the seed, they'll, just kind of fly up there and sit That way the deer can't come in and keep eating the feed all the time, because I never know when the deer are going to come in. So I put some feed out and the deer come in, and once there's a pile there, they'll never leave. So the grouse may come in, but it just walks around the deer, and right here he can't get into it because the deer's hogging it. So yeah, anyway, a lot of fun. Give me something to do here in the winter. I've got my trail cameras out in the woods, but I won't be getting to them till spring. And hopefully they're in some moose area there. Hopefully I'll get some moose. There's nothing to attract them. I've just got the cameras on little trails, but it's in an area there where they kind of winter, so I'm hoping that I can get some. Hope the cameras haven't froze, because it's been so cold lately that just wicked cold. I've been working with these bird feeders, freezing my fingers and setting them up. Yeah, it's just miserable cold. Throw a little bit of a breeze in, it's even worse. Now it is going to warm up this week here. We're starting into I don't know what today is. If it's the I don't know what day it is. I lost track of the days, but it's I don't know, it must be the 6th or 7th of January. I got a calendar right here. I think it's the 7th or 6th. Yeah, it's the 6th of June right now, so we got some warm weather coming here, and it's going to be snowing again, and hopefully rain. Hopefully we'll get rain instead of snow. It's easier to shovel. Anyway, yeah, got some birds here, and I'm not naming the birds. I should be naming them, but these Grosbeaks here, a pretty bird. And I've got a couple of pairs of them here now, males and females both. I must have had the camera on the tripod there, and it's bouncing. Don't like to have to do narrative on all of these, and sometimes I'm doing it just to explain what's going on, but even I get tired of hearing my voice after a while. I'd rather put music with them all. That's what I'd like to do, but it's just hard to find music. Can't believe I'm shaking so bad in this video. Yeah, the tripod is what I'm not used to using the tripod and maneuvering it, and that's what I was doing. I was, supposed to be panning smoothly, and I'm just moving it real quick. So anyway, coming to the end here. So later, Moose Lover.